Alright, so I'm only like an hour late tonight. Not bad than usual. Hopefully I can actually stay awake longer than an hour too. That would be amazing. I would actually get towards the direction of being like not a piece of shit. Anyway, let's talk very briefly about some stipulations regarding Summer Fun Fest. As with many things, there could be delays or changes of the plan at any point. Big one, most obvious being the fucking hurricane currently barreling its way inland. Um, Set to hit my area tomorrow, and I'm not sure if I'll have power or internet at that point. So we'll see how strong it still is. Could just be a bad thunderstorm, but it's supposed to rain all day, and yeah, who knows what that's gonna escalate into. Anyway, and I hope everyone's safe too regarding that. Also, the intrusive thoughts continue to win. Even though I have this super plan of streaming these old Game Boy games, my brain continues to throw out the stupid ideas of, hey, Team Fortress 2 would be fun to play, or hey, I really want to play Warframe the first time in 8 years. So I may break up every once in a while and break up the monotony and just do something else for a little bit, just a little. That's the big problem with like I have from 8 or 9 o'clock till maybe 1 in the morning if I'm lucky, uh, for free time. And if I'm using all of that to stream, well, I'm kind of having the problem of like, uh, I don't really get to do other things I kind of want to do, like playing MMO or something. Anyway, back in Imagination, we need to go see the Seer to the north at the lake. So that's what we're gonna do first, but then we're gonna go grab this thing here. We can kick boxes now. Should be a treasure chest. Imaginations, it's silly, and then you have these kind of really weird areas that kind of like it's a very good game of making you feel small, minuscule in a much bigger and more intimidating world. Oh, yeah, I don't remember what any of these equipment things do. But if we go talk to the old man, you can tell us what they are. I forget. I should honestly first have a wiki open. This really isn't a complex game, I don't think I'm going to need like grand strategies or anything that deep to play. This really kind of like this came out between Gen 1 and 2. So the whole concepts of like Game Boy RPGs having mechanical depth wasn't necessarily a given, you know. So I believe the combat, while interesting, is not the deepest thing to really dig in. I could be wrong though. I got kind of far once as a kid, and I lost that cartridge at a hotel, um, and I never really got that far again. So now, if I'm remembering correctly, there's like one uh, kind of monster that shows up here that doesn't show up anywhere else. Might try and get a few of those. Let's go. Let's do that first. There's the title song again. Is it the Plith? That might be the Plith. Like for example, um, the abilities of monsters don't really change all that much. Like Scratch, I think only does slightly more damage than its regular attack. For 5 energy, some things can heal, some things have like a debuff. Some things do like an elemental attack. Actually, I like mine. Might try and get some crystals for. We do need to start thinking about putting a team together here. At least 4 things. But there very much is a trade-off between, like, do you let your monster use the energy and run out faster and then have to be resummoned quicker, and overall you lose energy more, or do you burn the energy but finish the fight faster and maybe get a chance at getting some of that back? See, there goes Frog. We didn't really level him up that much yet, so. And once you have no monsters, you can get hit, but it's not that terrible. It begins to become a problem when you have like 3 or 4 things hitting you at once. I always like these vine guys. There's like 2 or 3 of them, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's a basic fight. And we have a deficit of 7, so that's not horrible. Yeah, I think it's Pliths that are pretty unique. But I don't think I ever really used them that much. I really like the vine and plant ones. So each area has one particular element. Ration room is green. It's not really like I don't want to say it's like types in Pokemon. There is matchup type effectiveness, but it's more of a vague like element, you know. And so let's try a Scratch. Each element kind of has like a subclass of things going on with it. Like all of the greens, there's the plant-based monsters. There is animals, and then there's kind of like fairies and ethereal things. Let's just go ahead and Scratch. Fuck it. And then you get into like the cave area, and there's more bugs and rock things, that kind of stuff. Lizards, so on and so forth. And then the shadow area is interesting because it's like a amalgamation of everything, but they're corrupted slightly. I love how calm Tony is about all this. His hands are in his pockets. He just every once in a while has to summon something with his ring. We may actually have enough crystals for a vine. No, I'm not mistaken. I forget how many it takes. Should be 3, I think. Let's go check that out. And much like Pokemon, go see Poe. He'll heal you up. Or if you level up, I think you get your energy back. Now, I talked about how this game is particularly complex. The experience system is pretty exploitable in that it turn this up just a smidge more. This is too good music to not be able to hear it. The experience system is a little bit rudimentary. Tony levels up at 100 every time, and I believe monsters give a fixed amount of experience, so you can pretty easily just like uh, pump out levels pretty fast. And that's even if you really need to. Which I really don't know. I don't remember what the difficulty curve is like. The game was challenging for me as a kid, I remember that. Oh damn, we're short on cash. So if you have extra, I guess you can just level it up a little bit more. And then you only have so many you can wear, so you have to equip them. So this is kind of like the daycare, the Pokemon, and the PC kind of rolled into one as functionality goes. So that first area that we went through looking for Orwin is kind of like the starter area, and that lake with the seer is slightly quicker or slightly more advanced, which is why we're getting a lot of Vinox and Pliths. But I could try and once we get a Vinox, I could try using a Plith. I don't think I've really used it that much. And see, this is why you have to be careful with the abilities, because you don't know how much damage the ending shit can do to you. So we ended up using 16 instead of what we may have gotten just by fighting. It doesn't have anything to say in here, it seems like. Intruder alert. I forgot about this guy. You. What? What are you doing here? I was just... Never mind. I already know what you're here for. You? Yes. I am the all-knowing, all-powerful wizard, am I not? You are? Yes. Oh. You haven't heard of me? No. I am the omniscient enchanter. Impressive. Can't say it rings a bell, though. The magnificent magician. Haven't heard of him. About the clairvoyant conjurer? Nope. The super sorcerer? No. Listen, I came here to find the seer. Have you seen him recently? The seer came all the way here just to talk to the seer? Yes. Is he around? Hello? What? Oh, sorry. I mean, doesn't that title seer seem a little unimpressive to you? Don't you think people would respect the grand guru or the stupendous spellcaster more than some plain? Oh, for crying out loud, is the seer around here or is he? Oh, yes. Hey, what are you doing? I am the seer. Why did you come? Orin is sick. People of Ashen Room said you could help. They did? Orin is sick? Yes. Let's go see him. Orin is sick. Yeah. I think those injuries are more than just physical. He has burns on his hands and his face. They're not severe enough to weaken him significantly. I think he is poisoned. Poisoned? You need to find something to neutralize the geyser's effect. I think of only one item sufficiently powerful to cure one's ailments. What is it? It is extremely rare and powerful. Yes, but what is it? It must be specially prepared into an elixir to cure only. Okay, what is it? It can't be found in any stores. Ah, what is it called? Oh, Cloud Front. Thanks. I will make the Cloud Front elixir if you can get one. Where can I find a Cloud Front? Must meditate on the subject. Why don't you see if you can find one on your own? Check back with me if you need advice. Sure. Need me. I'll be back at my boathouse. Meditate. Well, don't strain yourself. Pumpkin. Melty. Okay. You have enough for a Vidoc yet? No. So between focusing and summoning and using your monsters effectively, you can pretty well pretty efficiently. How do you? I think there's actually yes, you can take them off with select. That's right. You can sufficiently conserve your energy, but when you start like losing monsters over and over and taking hits, then uh, you start losing a lot. So yeah, a nice thing is um, this game didn't really have a whole lot of like there weren't many walkthroughs and no strategy guides, that kind of stuff, but it does a good job of giving you information within the game. You know? So a character leaf raises a creature's skill. A clover raises a creature's luck. Iron's claw raises a creature's strength. Okay, so pretty basic thing. The blue leaf restores a little of your energy. Ready drink cures all the creature's ailments. Karmic might raises a creature's attack a lot, but lowers something else. If that's permanent. This item will sometimes take you back to a safe location. And my leaf cut deals a little damage to an enemy. That's all we got. So let's go ahead and put those items back on. Good old Furrock. I don't really remember what the strength, what stats correspond to what. Like, I don't know what luck does specifically. Furrock also has a problem that he's really fucking slow. So that's why Vinoc's been able to outspeed us this whole time. He's not the fastest thing on the planet, but like he's also fighting something significantly slower than him. Okay. So there's 3 areas we can go to. We can go to the boathouse. And I think we can do that, get that item. You could go back to the first area you started in. And there's some monsters you can fight. I don't know if it's actually treasure or anything. Go check it real quick. This is kind of a weird spell. This spell allows you to spend more energy, 12 energy, to give your monsters more energy back. Weeboos and stools. Is there a connection? But you have to be really careful with it. Because if a monster's already close to dying, you're going to spend energy to just bring it back. So, if Furrock dies, we spent a total of 54 energy, right? Because we're not getting some of that refunded. But if we use Grow, he may take one more hit, and then die, and then we do it again. So instead of 54, we've spent like 66. And that's a pretty significant amount. Uh, and we don't get that back. If Farak wins, we just get the remainder of his energy back, which is fine. But if we use Grow a lot, uh, then we just lose that energy. And we're also not focusing either. So a turn spent not focusing means a turn you're not getting your energy back. So it's a lot of give and take, a lot of playing around. Ravage. Ravage is kind of nice. It's just a pretty generic enemy. Oh yeah, you get some energy back from defeats too. Gem spooky house here. Yeah. This is a bucket. I think it's a bucket. So if you're clever with your energy use, you can actually end up just by focusing and being kind of conservative, uh, gaining more back than you initially used in the fight. You can see the scratch is kind of just the generic uh, special move in this area. It's probably enough ravages. It's another luck skill, I think. I wouldn't mind kind of just like giving each of the monsters a try to see what they can do. Here's an article. It's one of the plant ones. So you can tell what element monster is by the card's color. There's like green, black, purple, and red. And yes, black and purple are different elements. Um, and there's that kind of attribute uh, circle. And the first monster, like the first shadow monsters you fight, you're going to be at a significant disadvantage too, because they do extra damage to plant monsters. So you see how those little sparks are in that current adjacent to the Ravage? You can actually just sit here and wait, and eventually they're all going to fill up with monsters. And whichever one you beat last, you get the crystals for. So, say we have, like, we've already got like 4 Ravages, which we probably don't need that many. So now we can just kind of hang out and focus, and Farah can chill, and we can see what else shows up. I forget what I This is the house. I think this was. And that'll help you kind of build like your dream team if you so desire. It's very somber music. I think they use it later on too for things. Where the fuck is the exit? So you see how now we're not losing any energy in the fight. It's not sound. Yeah, you can see that we're leveling up pretty fast. We're not really trying to fight that much. So it's not that here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we can sell extra crystals or use them to power up. But Animite's really going to be the limiting factor here, the cash. I forget if there's like some kind of mechanic to how bright the spark is. Right into it. And if that means you're going to get more or less. Oh, there we go. There we go. Some good funky music. I always really liked this area. I've always been a huge fan of swamps in video games as a kid. Probably from Link's Awakening, honestly. I spent way too much time in the swamp. See, it's already happened. Goddamn. Only I could make it 1 hour without falling asleep on stream. You're almost as smart as these shrubs. Boy, it's a random insulting lady. Are you sure you want to go this way? Don't find next challenge so easy. It's just a quick exit. But with pants as saggy as yours, we'll change his diaper more often. This is part of the example of how the game has not aged particularly well, humor-wise, at least for this portion. I guess you're a monk and you're lucky once in a while. It's going straight for the throat. Oh, you can't jump off ledges here. No. Ugh. Yeah. Atabata, the other big leafy vine. Basically, still had just enough. need to sit up. Oh, I need to sit up or I'm gonna fall asleep again. Just to the next area, and I believe. Go in yet? Guess we can. Oh, but we can't get through the gunk. But we can fight some of these cave monsters. A generally good way to figure out where you are or what you're going to get is the color of the background. Green's for Nash Maroon, grass, nature-based monsters, and then the cave system blue, the lava system's red. I always like